No. So, part two, again. Um, we are struggling with this PDF on Mom's phone. She's having a horrible time doing it, and so am I. I can't seem to help get it on there as well. So, I'm not going to go into real detail about everything because I don't have the information right at hand and I don't want to be wrong. I'm just going to bring up a few things that are on my mind about some of the situations. In one of the parts of the document against him, there was a female police officer in Sayre, and she had text and or called, I can't remember which, asked the judge to have leniency on a hearing that was coming up over someone who got caught drinking and driving, again, while on probation, while on a charge for drinking and driving for messing up a breathalyzer thing in the car, I believe it was. And that ticket got dropped down to a 5 miles an hour over the speed limit ticket for the girl, for the hearing. Or for the guy, I don't know what it was. Now, in my eyes, that is wrote out on paper in the court, and that, in my eyes, is two people of the law, two political, two people law around here, the thuggy thugs we're talking about all the time, conspiring, fixing tickets, and using a communications device, which is a felony because I got a couple of them, illegal use of a communications device, and I don't understand why that's not being talked about.
Well, I think you got a pretty good case. Anyway,
What do you think about
so the
that?
fact that he's not. Who told him?
Right now they have a judge sitting in for him. I have no idea. I don't even remember what the freaking guy's name is. I don't understand. I don't understand that. The not having more charges in there somewhere because had that been any one of us people running around on the street around here, we'd have got handed some pretty hefty charges for that. Because 2004, I got conspiring charges, I got illegal use communications charges, and those were just two things on the telephone. And they were felonies. They weren't misdemeanors; they were felonies. I just don't understand why there's so much shit getting overlooked on when it's wrote out right there for the public to view, and why isn't it getting looked into any further? And which leads me to think, if they're fixing this shit, and that's not the only thing that was fixed up in the documents either. And I don't have a document to read, so I don't want to, I don't want to make false, shit on here. What it makes me really, really, really skeptical and makes me want to, really punch somebody in the freaking head on, all the asinine charges that was thrown at me, because you've seen the confusion on my face when I couldn't understand some of the shit, right?
Yeah.
And how crazy some of the shit was that I was getting charged with. If they're able to fix this shit, little shit, and it's not even little shit, that's big shit sometimes. Between the two of them, between the two of anybody on the phones, with the judge, who's the fuck to say that my shit now, before, whatever, some shit wasn't done fucked up. Because I don't have any faith or trust in any of this shit. I mean, you got every police department, in them documents, working with the judge. Even the state police are involved, of them doing shit in there. It's this is what you're surrounded by, and I'm not saying, like I had a conversation with my father
So we're surrounded by the judge, law enforcement as well, that feels that they have the power over all of us.
Absolutely.
And that they can do as they want and as they wish, but we all get punished for doing
heavy-handedly too. Yeah. Heavy-handed. I had a
I don't like that
conversation with my father tonight on the phone. He had called me, and I was pretty upset when he had called. The CYS lady had just left my house, and again, she was very polite, and I enjoyed, and not that I enjoyed, but compared to the shit I've been dealing with and the people I've been dealing with, she was a freaking delight to have in my home. And, actually have a person, someone who's not, jam stick right up their ass kind of people.
Yeah.
It's actually, you can get further with somebody like that, they can get further with you.
comfortable to talk to him.
Absolutely.
You don't feel threatened in your own home.
Absolutely, and she's not walking around with her her shoulders back and her freaking chip on her shoulder shit,
Yeah.
just out here to kick some ass, So my dad and I are having a conversation about a situation that happened last night at my house with the on-call CYS worker and the two police officers that had come to the house. Which, by the way, the police officers and Bonds, the damage the police officers did to my door last night when the police officer, I will say not officers, did to my door while banging on the door last night, dented. That's how hard he was pounding on the door. This particular officer, I'm not aware of his name yet, but I damn sure am going to get that tomorrow. I meant to do that today. Is a very, very arrogant, cocky son of a bitch, and I was expressing my situation to my father, and my father and I, we get into the shit together, and I start raising my voice, and I'm pissed off and I'm cussing, and then he starts raising his voice and he's pissed off and he's cussing.
Oh yeah, it's always a good time.
And it's fucking, it's just, he's yelling at me. Are you telling me you're fucking this naive to this shit? And you think that this shit doesn't happen everywhere? And he's right. It does fucking happen everywhere. But, is there a place where it doesn't happen with every single freaking person that's involved in the law enforcement?
Right.
Because it feels like every single one of them are involved with each other in this place. Every single police officer is involved with the judges, or with the judge and the judges, and the DA is involved directly with the judges. There's one DA, that comes to the courtroom. Everybody's friend or acquaintance to another to the law around here.
Right.
And it's a small place, and you get nowheres because the night before your shit's coming up, the only thing I'm thinking is, okay, all the people that are presiding over my fucking case are sitting at a goddamn dinner right now, discussing the whole shit, laughing about shit, and they're gonna come in and put it to me. That's how I feel, because that's what I see. I don't see any breakage anywhere. I don't see any help for any person that is in any trouble, really, at all. I don't see
Right.
I don't see any one officer standing behind any one person in trouble really willing to help. I feel they make everything worse and harder for everyone. The officer that came, I was talking to my dad about how, he's standing next to the CYS worker last night, and I was expressing that I'm doing this, and I'm being this hard and not letting you in for a reason. I'm trying to get the point that I'm not going to be that easily swayed and let you in just because you're the law. And I'm not, it's going to be harder for someone to do this the next time. And the officer so arrogantly, well, you put yourself in this, we don't feel bad for you one bit, and said it twice, like, fuck you, none of me is asking you to feel bad, just get the fuck off my property.
Right.
Get away from me, go get your warrant or some shit, just do something. I don't even want to see his face. This guy is so damn ignorant to me. So my father made a good point to file something tomorrow against the guy. Tell him, if anything has to go on in my house with police officers, do not send that one. Put a complaint in against the guy.
Yeah,
But we're gonna stop on this tonight because Bond's gotta get some shit done, sleep wise, and there's just so much going on with Bond and and me, and we're both trying to keep our fucking heads up.
Right.
Try to stay positive
Tough.
in a lot of shit.
I have a 16-minute recording on here. I don't know what it is. So I'm going to listen to it. It's driving me nuts.
So she's gonna listen to that, and I'm gonna hang up with that. Or I'm gonna end this out, and we'll maybe we'll touch on it again. I just want to bring light to some people that some shit that I think is a little more corrupt than what people are really looking at. So thanks for your time, and Bonds and I'll be seeing you later.